right, kids, here we go. Second video, and this is actually the last one for the week. So, last video we talked about converting from standard notation to scientific notation. Now we're going to talk about converting from scientific notation to standard notation. Please remember we are still talking about scientific notation with negative exponents. So that means negative powers of 10. Okay, so the best way to get into it is just do a couple of examples. So here we go. We're going to start with Let's start with 3.2 times 10 to the negative sixth power. And now we want to write that in standard notation. Standard notation means we take what we have, or we write it like we would normally write a decimal. Okay, so here's what we need to do. This gets a little tricky when it comes to space. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at that negative 6. Okay? And I know that I'm going to have to take that decimal point and move it over 6 times to the left to get a very small number over here. So when I write my 3 and the 2, I'm not going to write it really close to the equal sign. I'm going to give myself some space. So 3, 2 right there. Okay? Now, our decimal point started off here, but because we're multiplying times 10 to the negative sixth power, we're going to move it so that when we're done moving, we have a number less than 1. Okay, it's between 1 and 0. It's very, very, very small. So let's move it to the left 6 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, I got a bunch of blank spaces. So I'm going to fill them in with zeros. Fill those in with 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. The decimal point is there, and I'm going to write a leading 0. A leading 0. So there's a kind of a debate in the math community whether or not to put that leading 0 in there. And I'm an advocate of, yes, put that leading 0 in there. And here's why. When you're doing science, there is always a leading 0. Always. Okay? Also, it's just more mathematically correct to say I have 0 and 32, what is that, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 million, 32 10 millionths. So 0 and 32 10 millionths. So when I write this, I'm going to write the leading 0, point 0.000032. Okay? Always have that 0 in front of the decimal point. That's super, super important. Okay? Some teachers will mark you wrong. I'm one of those teachers if you don't have it. So make sure you have it. It's very, very important. Some people may say that you don't need it. Tell them that you need it. Tell them I said you need it. It'll be okay. All right, so let's do another one. Okay, so again, we're just taking that negative power of 10 and moving the decimal that many times to end up with a very small number between 1 and 0. Okay, here we go. 4.063 times 10 to the negative 8th power. Okay, 4.063 times 10 to the negative 8th. Again, I need to move 8 spaces, which means I'm going to have to put my 4063 way over here. Way over here. 4063. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move that decimal. Remember, I'm moving it 8 spaces. From where it started, moving it 8 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. Okay. We're going to fill in with a bunch of zeros. Everywhere where there's a space, I got a blank space, so I'm going to write a 0. And don't forget your leading 0. 0 and that many whatever it's. Okay. So we've got 0.00000004063. Okay. So again, it's not terribly difficult. It's simple, but it may not be easy, but it's simple. That's the thing. You just have to move the decimal point the correct number of times and fill in with zeros. Okay, also know which direction you have to go. We're trying to get really small numbers when you have a negative exponent on 10. All right, here we go. So I'm going to let you try one. I'm going to have you try one, pause the video, and then check your answer. Let's go 1.294 times 10 to the negative third power. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, try this, and then come on back and check your answer. All right, so you had a chance to try it. Now you're going to check your answer. So first thing we need to do is take this 1.294 and write the numbers. Now notice this is just -3, so we don't have to go that far. 1294. We're going to take that decimal point, move it 1, 2, 3 times to the left, fill in with zeros. We're going to fill in with zeros. 1, 2. And then make sure you put your leading zero in there. So your final answer is 0.001294. Okay, there you go. Let's try one more. Let's go 3.006 times 10 to the negative fourth. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, give it a try, and then come on back. All right, very nice. So, welcome back. You've tried it. Now we're going to check your answer. Let's take that 3006. Remember, we have to use those, all the zeros in the middle. Those stay. Those stay. If there were zeros after the 6, just zeros after the 6, we could drop them. But since there are zeros in between, we keep them. Here we go. Take that decimal, move it 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, we're moving it in a direction that's going to make this number really, really small. Fill in with zeros. Okay, and so your final answer is 0.00030006. All right, very nice. Okay, good deal. So that's it. You're going to have a bunch of practice with this, and then don't forget your check for understanding for the week. Next week is our reassessment week, so please start preparing yourself to figure out which 2 assessments you want to retake. All right, have a wonderful week. I will see you later.